Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the video cast. Let me ask you this question. Would you rather be loved or would you rather be trusted? Interesting question. I want you to think about it. Would you rather be loved or would you rather be trusted? See, most of us would rather be loved because we like being loved. You know, it's a good feeling to know that people care about you, people love you, and they want to be around you, and they think well of you. But let me tell you this, people can love you, and there are people who won't. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, they're just not going to love you. That's life. So we all know that there are people who can love us and people who won't love us. But when it comes to being trusted, that's another story. You see, we do tend to love the people who we trust, or we trust the people we love, however you want to look at it. But not always, and think of the people who you know, who you truly care about. Not always do we trust them. Now, trust doesn't mean that we think people are going to steal from us, they're going to lie to us, they're going to deceive us. You know, those are big things. And yes, you know the scoundrels that go in and out of our life, and we don't necessarily trust them. But we're talking about people we care about. But trust goes deeper. Trust means that I know that when we're going somewhere, you're going to be on time. How many times are we, and the thing is that we tend to let our guard down. If you're going to be late and not really be punctual or care about being punctual, it's going to be with people who love you, right? Because you know that they're going to still love you, even afterwards, which they will, but they may not trust you, because that's part of trust. You know, it's not a compliment, and I've seen it said many times as a joke, and I don't think it's a funny joke, where people say, well, if you're going to invite Bob over for dinner, and dinner's at 7 o'clock, tell him it's at 6:30, and then he'll be on time. And you laugh and think, oh, that's funny. Even Bob will laugh and think that that's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny when people have to trick you into being trustworthy. If you are supposed to be somewhere at 7, be there at 7. That is part of being trustworthy. Part of being trustworthy as well is, can you keep a secret? If I tell you something, am I going to hear that same something from someone else? I mean, if it gets distorted along the way, that may not be your fault. We've all played the game of telephone where you whisper something in someone's ear and they whisper it all the way down the line, and by the time you get to the last person and they tell you what it is, it's entirely different than the thing you originally said. That truly does happen in life. But the fact that it went from one person to another shows maybe a lack of honor, maybe a lack of trustworthiness that is there. You see, it is far better to be trusted than to be loved. Because even people who don't like you, even those who don't love you, if they trust you, they're going to rely on you. You see, trustworthiness is far more important. Again, I'm not talking about the big things. You know, I'm not talking about that people aren't going to put you in charge of money because they think you're going to pocket it. You know, big trusts are easy to identify and to keep. You know, I'm talking about the trust that you have to just to go through life. And that is to be on time, to be able to keep a secret, to be able to be depended upon to keep your word. If you're going to do something, do it. Even if your attitude has changed, even if circumstances have changed, if you've given your word to do something, do it. Don't make an excuse, do it. Because that is being trustworthy. And you will find that when people can depend on you, when people can trust you to keep your word, whether it's a little thing or a huge thing, it doesn't matter. If you give your word, they know that you will always keep your word. When you do that, you will find that everyone, whether they love you or not, will trust you. That will open doors for you. That will make life much better for you than if everybody loved you. Because if they love you but they can't trust you, they're not going to depend on you. But if they trust you, even if they don't love you, they will depend on you. Let me add this, that I appreciate more than I could ever say the fact that you spend this time with me. Your time is valuable, I know that. And I appreciate the few minutes that we can have, and I pray that this is an encouragement and a help to you. I also want to tell you this, that you need to always be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again. I want to thank you for spending time watching the video cast. I do hope that these add value to you, that they encourage you, that they give you principles and information that you can use in your everyday life. That's our purpose for being here. The Growth Center was designed and created in order to help you to become the very best that you were created to be, to fulfill all of those dreams and desires that you've had, to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Now, I also want to encourage you to get other material besides this video cast, which, by the way, if right below here, you're going to see a little button that's called subscribe. I do hope that you subscribe to this video cast so that regularly when we put these up, you'll be notified and you can watch them. But I also want you to go over to the website, which is at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. There you're going to find books and other materials to help you to grow and to continue to pursue those goals. Again, that's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And thank you again for joining us.